So the life of a famous stock car interviewer is a busy one, and my diary often gets very full. Very aware of this, and so much so, Sophie Clark has been in training to jump in as and when required, and this happened at the recent Motorsport with Attitude show. I couldn't be there. Diary was full, and Sophie took the lead, and here is BSCDATV's Motorsport with Attitude 2023 show.
We're here at Motorsport with Attitude, and the best thing about these shows is bumping into people and familiar faces, and just bumped into Mike Shirley.
Hi Sophie, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Most people watching this will know Mike from 80s,
Yeah,
70s,
late
80s?
70s, 80s, yeah. I packed up in 89 when I packed up racing.
Okay. And, well, first question, what have you been doing since?
We had a bit of a layoff, and then we decided we'd build some heritage cars, which I've got 3 Briscoe heritage cars, ranging from 1955 to 1965.
Wow, okay. And you race all over with them now, don't you?
We do, it's not really racing, it's more demonstrations with it. So just so people can see and hear how the cars sounded in 1965.
Yeah, it's always nice to revert back to the roots, isn't it? And
Absolutely
where it all
right.
started.
Yes,
and
because
everything.
the cars, the modern day cars, have still got 4 wheels on them, still got an engine in them, but they've changed so much compared to what they were years ago.
Yeah, as have drivers' tracks and everything. Do you think then, looking at some of the equipment we've got here today, do you think it's a good thing? Or, you know, because everyone refers back to the good old days, but it moves on, doesn't it?
In the 50s, 60s, it was a working man's sport. Now you need to have a big business behind you to keep
sponsors.
funding it and the sponsors. And that's where I think it's taken it away from an ordinary working man and you know, somebody who got a bit of a garage and just decided to go and race a car.
Tinker a bit. All the main differences, but on track, the actual racing.
I think the racing's more or less the same. It's probably that you get 30 cars all doing the same speed, whereas years ago you used to only have 5, 10 cars doing all the same speed, and all the rest were a lot slower. That's where it's altered a lot now. Everybody is all on the pace.
They are, and even these lads and girls we've got coming through from minis at 16. Put them in one of them and they're gone, haven't they? You know,
absolutely
they're from
right.
and they're on the pace straight away. So
they've got, when they jump in that car, everything is spot on. They've got nothing to worry about or whatever. They've got new tyres, engine which will get up and go and perform. You ain't got to worry about it, and and if you can drive it, you'll get it round. Yeah,
very true, very true. So looking back at your career, late 70s, 80s, what's your fondest memory?
My fondest memory? Oh, don't know, there's a lot of times. Fondest memory I would think was Bellevue one night. We won the equal wheel race, which was absolutely fantastic because Bobby Burns was second to us and he couldn't catch us, and that was one of the best nights. And qualifying for the 87 World Final. That was one of the highlights of my life, really.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you miss it?
Oh yeah, I'd still jump in one today.
We've got it on camera.
If somebody said, jump in this car and go and race it for the night, I would.
Right. Well, I think we should finish there because that's a bold statement. Drivers out there, you've heard it, but it's great to catch up with you, Mike.
Nice to speak to you, Sophie.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, here with Jake Harrhy at MWA. Jake, thank you very much. How are you?
Thank you.
All good?
Yes, all well, thank you,
And we're right next to your car, which has got the amazing lights on that you put on for the NEC.
Yeah, I did, So, they were too good not to use.
Wow.
My mate put them on, he wired them all up, Grant put them on. I was like, I can't take them off, they're too good, so...
You're keeping in Grant's good books for the year. It looks good and it's bringing people over. The car looks amazing. You've obviously spent a lot of hours in the workshop.
Yeah, well, I tried to keep it as tidy as I can. It's quite an old car now, I suppose, really. It was 2009, I think. It was the original step chassis Andy Smith car on Gears and Tears. That's how I try and tell people what car it is. And they go, oh, I know the car, because it was all that controversy on Gears and Tears. So It's had a few updates since then, and I just try to keep it as tidy as I can. And it's got a new engine in for this year, so looking forward to using that.
So hit the ground running.
Well, that's the plan anyway. Last year was a bit of a tough year. I kept going, but
it was just one thing on top of another last week.
Do you know what probably made it worse is I won twice in Scotland and Buxton. And that kept me going. Yeah. That just kept the ball rolling. I was like, I need to keep going. I need to keep,
keep your spirits up. But it's hard when you've had a bad meeting and you see the disappointment, and then to pick yourself up because you've got nights in the garage. So it's hard. And I think people appreciate that. You know, they see your dad's vlogs.
Well, we try to tell everyone what's going on. You know, don't keep anything a secret. We just say it how it is, and go from there. Really. Try our best no matter what. I try my best on track. Sometimes I'm rubbish, and my dad will tell me that. And sometimes I do all right. And the same again. You have a good race, and it'll keep you going. So it'll keep you going for the following week anyway.
So who's the most brutal? When your dad's been a bit rubbish, do you tell him, or is it one-sided?
With my dad now, I used to. But with my dad now, he enjoys his racing. So I try and calm him down in the sense of go out there and enjoy it. Don't worry too much. You know, if you're a bit rubbish, just don't worry about it. Just go out and have fun, because that's exactly what he wants to do. And sometimes when you're doing it, you don't realise you're trying to do it for fun. You know, you get so caught up in the moment.
It's the adrenaline, it's the pressure from certain people, sponsors. But,
my dad is brutal with me sometimes, but you have to be, I suppose. It's the only way I could really kick myself into gear is having someone like my dad. Everyone will say it. I mean, all the young lads with their dads racing will say that their dad's the biggest critic. Well, no, I say again, I'm probably my biggest critic because I do criticise myself a lot. But my dad will point me in the right direction.
There's a lot of dads in the pits.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of dads. So looking forward, 2023, expectations, any goals, or just meeting at a time?
A better year, just in general. Better results. Just finishing more races. Hopefully win a few. I would love to get to red top. I've never hit the red top grade.
You've been close, but not quite.
I mean, ever in my career, minis, V8s, and Formula 1s, I've never been a red top.
Right, okay.
So that would be amazing if I get a red top. Before last year, I'd never won a race on tarmac in my career. And I did that. So that was my goal for last year, was win a race on tarmac. And I won 3, so that was amazing. So if I can hit red top this year, that would be my year. That's my aim for this year, is to get to red top. So if I can hit the ground running in the first 6 weeks, which is the first grading period, that would make my year. That would make my dad's year as well.
That first grading period is such an unusual one, isn't it? And that's the one to go for.
It is.
New engine, car's ready.
That's the plan anyway. Sometimes stock car racing doesn't go like that, does it? So,
well, it's a good plan, so stick with it.
Thank you.
Right, Jake, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you.
So we're here at MWA, and I said earlier it's amazing who you bump into, and we have now the legend, Mr. Barry Lee, with us. So Barry, how are you?
Old, but okay.
You don't look a day over 21.
Oh, you're an angel. What are you doing tonight?
So Barry, they keep you busy here. You've been on stage, you've been talking.
Yeah, I'm doing every hour I'm on stage doing a little bit. Brisket has been very near and dear to me. When I started in oval racing, I just didn't, seriously now, I'm not joking, I wouldn't have had the courage to sit in one of these V8 cars. No, honestly, a lot of my mates won the championships and God knows what, and I go and see it very often. But to drive around tracks, oval tracks, with that amount of power and all that ironwork, not for me.
It's incredible, isn't it? What they do week in, week out.
What a show!
They are the greatest show. So.
And the greatest thing is the camaraderie in the pits after. You know, someone's pushed someone else all the way down the straight, and they come back in the pits. I want to fight, but they shake each other's hands and say, "See you next time." Loco.
Well, we bang on about it all the time about this family, but it's got the family atmosphere. You know, you can bury someone one race, come back to the pits like you're saying, you're asking to borrow back our shaft, tyre, wheel, whatever, you
Exactly.
know, and they'll go with it. So
Yeah, it is a family. Bristol's always been that way. I've always seen it that way. As I say, I've been speed with, and now they're all combined now, which is the best thing.
Yes,
For
it's
oval
brilliant.
racing, yeah.
It is 100%. We've got to all work together.
Yes,
You
very
know,
much so.
Definitely. We do travel all over. Speedworth this year, in Race have got our World Final. We're looking forward to that. 3 days at Northampton.
At Northampton,
Yes.
and they've got new toilets at Northampton.
Well, we are going to go and visit Northampton in the next few weeks and have an interview with Dean Wood
Yes.
and see what he's up to. Any questions I've got to ask him? What would you ask him?
Just carry on what he's doing. He actually owns Northampton
He does,
now.
yeah.
It's not leased or rented, and we're all there. Let's support the formulas, all the formulas. This is oval racing.
Yeah,
You know, whether it's in the little minis or these frightening great monsters here that we've got in front of us. Absolutely phenomenal.
It's about supporting, and like you say, week in, week out. If you can go to a meeting, just go. Go and
Now-
support the promoters.
I see over behind this particular car, that's a ladies' championship or something. Are you sure?
Well, what we've got, shall I show you?
Yes,
shall we
please.
go and have a look?
Yeah, we're going to
Okay,
go and look
right
at the
then.
ladies' car. Ha ha.
Right, so this isn't technically a ladies' car, Barry. This is our two-seater, okay? We're having a ladies' day, and it's scheduled for Mother's Day. And our top two lady drivers, Phoebe Wayman and Jacqueline Ellis, are going to take the ladies round. And
Wayman, very famous name.
exactly. Phoebe's not afraid to get stuck in, so her and Jacqueline are going to be on
Oh, you're
par.
joking,
No, I'm
really?
not. Yeah.
As
So,
I say,
yeah.
this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Phenomenal that the ladies are going to be doing this in a two-seater. Now, when I say a two-seater, let's cut back and have a look inside this car. Neil, tell me, how long has this formula, these two-seaters been going?
They've been going since 1999.
All that time, and this is the first time I've ever known about them.
Is it?
Who's your marketing man? Because sack him.
Me, terrible.
Oh, sorry, you got to get a new job.
It's like Gandhi's circus. I'm also the driver, the mechanic, and the marketing man.
Well, that's why it's a success, my man.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. You know, the preparation, and to have a two-seater and sitting right back over the axle of this V8 Formula One stock car. Well, incredible. Now, how do we get in this? I've got in, but this comes off, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's just for air access for the passenger.
So you've thought of everything?
Yes.
No, seriously, because lots of people wouldn't have thought of that. You must come and try this. This is absolutely phenomenal. The preparation and what it is, the amount of power in these cars, you won't believe it. The acceleration when they're sideways, and the driver that you'll see on your right-hand side, he's all crossed up. He's got his foot flat on the throttle to keep the back out away from the fence as such. Please come and have a go. To finish up, sir, there's a ladies' race on, because you've got two of these cars now.
Yes. We've got two cars and a Mother's Day special. We've got two of the professional girls who are all Briscoe licenses who race, and we're doing a driving school day where they're going as the tutor.
So people can hire this, sit in the car and have a professional driver teaching them.
Yes.
All about F1 Bristol.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, and we've got Phoebe Wayman and we've Jacqueline Ellis, both doing the tuition.
Yes.
With ranked novice ladies in the driver's seat, doing the best.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, they do a match race where then they swap seats, and the professional lady driver drives the car, and then the lady who's done the driving sits in the passenger seat, and they have a 10-lap match race with full contact with the girls driving.
A 10-lap match race. You pay to be taught. Okay, you sit in the car with a professional driver and you're driving the car. Then you get out the car, would you believe, sit in the passenger seat, and the lunatic professional lady drivers jump in there and have a 10-lap match race. I tell you what, if you do that, you must be loco.
We're here at MWA and a few words with Neil and Kate Fitton from NFR Racewear. They very kindly brought their two-seater here again. We had it on the stand at the NEC.
Yeah.
It got a lot of attention, didn't it?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
How did you find it, NEC weekend?
Yeah, good mixed bag. Some new people, some old people. A lot of people reminiscing who's been on it in the past. You know, commenting on how good the cars are looking at the moment. Asking about what we're doing this season. And some genuine people who knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Never seen it before. What's the second steering wheel doing? Yeah. So yeah, loads of interest. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's brilliant getting them in and out and explaining it to them. We had a lot of new people at the NEC, which is always good. So.
Always good. Always good to see new people interested. Like, you know, what do we do? What's the second steering wheel doing? Why's it got two seats? You know, what's it doing on the same stand as these cars? And we just basically giving, you know, good feedback all the way.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're here, Motorsport with Attitude, same sort of setup, but we're also focusing on, you've got a Mother's Day special.
Mother's Day special, yeah. Bit my brainwave, might be a good one, might be a bad one. I don't know where it came from. Inspiration, just one day, and I thought the girls do such a good job in the racing at the moment, Phoebe especially, and I thought it's a good bit of recognition for them on the day to put a little bit back into the sport where it's ladies only. We've got loads of lady only fans. And I thought a day with just ladies on the day would be, you know, I'll be there helping and assisting on the day, but basically I want them to run the driving school that day. They're going to be like examiner come instructor from the passenger seat with the girls driving, and then hopefully we're going to get Jacqueline and Phoebe doing the match racing with the passengers in at the end.
Brilliant.
So it's been a fantastic feedback. The girls, I didn't know how they'd take it when I asked them, but they both were over the moon to do it.
Oh, they're well up for it. I've spoken to them both, and they're
Jacqueline
really looking forward to it.
I think Jacqueline will pay for everybody to go on. But,
she'll just want to go round and round and round. You know what Jacqueline's like. Brilliant. Okay, so if any ladies are interested, there's still spaces available. Just a few.
In fact, there's that many at the moment. We've got to do 2 days, I think.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to rush it on the day, and I want it to take it as it comes.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that if we have like 10 or more on each day, we might detract from the person, you know, the actual individuality of it. So I've decided now to do 2 days. And we're going to, like, hopefully we're going to get like 20 people over the 2 days. Yeah. And maybe it might be a thing every year we might be able to do.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
Like I say, I just think the girls deserve a bit of recognition for going out there. I mean, Phoebe especially.
Oh, she's had such an incredible last year, didn't she?
That girl must be made of steel. I've never seen anybody get as much hammer on the track and knocked about and then back out next race.
And she gets out smiling.
Yeah.
A big grin on her face. It's like you've just had 16 laps of hell and you get out smiling. So, no, they're incredible. And
I just think they deserve that bit of recognition.
They do. 100%.
And I mean, I'm all for the ladies in the sport, you know, doing what they do as well. I think, you know, especially the way they go about it, you know, they portray the sport really good.
Yeah, they do.
And I just think, I don't know where the idea came from, but I just thought, I'm always thinking with a two-seater job and the driving school, something different that's not been done. We've been doing it 21 years.
I know.
And you think, I don't want people to, oh, not them again.
Yeah, no, you've got to keep it fresh and different ideas. Brilliant, okay.
I mean, we've got loads of ideas with the driving school and match racing this year for Skeg. If everything comes off, maybe raffles on a night when there's a speed weekend.
Yeah, that would be good.
Robert permitting, giving us permission, we might be able to do a raffle on the night. Yeah. And the winner of the raffle may get a passenger ride with a Formula 1 driver of their choice. Yeah. Now that doesn't have to be a top driver. No, it could even be a lower grade driver. Yeah. But I'm just thinking of something completely out of the box. Okay. It's not been done before. Yeah. And it might be good. It might be not so good. But unless we try these things, but Robert is at Skegness, you know, he's 100% behind us, and all we can do is jump on the bandwagon and join the Skegness carousel.
Well, it's brilliant. The work he's doing there is great. He's always been very supportive of you pair. So, right. So, if anyone's interested in Ladies' Day, go via the Facebook page, NFR Racewear. Yeah. The two-seater experience.
All on Facebook.
Yeah.
And regarding the just normal driving schools, we're still doing that.
Yes.
But at the moment, I'm trying to concentrate on the Ladies' Day first. Yeah. As soon as we've got the Ladies' Day out of the way, we're going to concentrate then on just a general anybody day kind of thing. Yeah. And we've got, quite a bit of interest for that as well. But like I said, the ladies thing, I really want to push this lady. I really think it's going to be good.
It is. Okay, brilliant. Right.
Okay, no
Lovely.
problem.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Kate.
You were at Skegness last year with some other touring car, well, if you call touring car drivers, stock car drivers as such, and you raced Formula One.
Yes, that was oh, there we go. I'll tell you what, that's a good start, isn't it? I think that happened on purpose. I'm going to interview you know. Do you know what? The Formula One, the Bristol stuff was absolutely unbelievable. I'm used to obviously British Touring Cars. British Touring Cars is a great series, and I was very fortunate to drive with that for a long time. Had a couple of wins, I was okay at it. It wasn't fantastic, but I had a couple of wins, I enjoyed it. The Bristol F1, I went to watch it at Norfolk. When was it? Back in probably September or so. I was working up in Snetton, and for a laugh, I put on there. These things look amazing. I wouldn't mind to go. Next minute, Paul Hines has got his car. They have a go at that. And that's
exactly how it happens, isn't it?
It was unbelievable, and that's always the best way for it to happen. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And the best thing, it wasn't just the racing; it was the people. The people were absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. It's a family. It's exactly that, and it's Motorsport General's a family. But for me, I just couldn't believe how helpful everybody wanted to be, and how genuinely pleased that they were that you were coming along and having a go, and everybody just wanted to give you the hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of machinery to smack up.
Exactly. Well, not yes. I'll gather what you're saying, so does everybody else. But really and truly, you touring car drivers, you're a bit of a puss, aren't you, to the V8 Formula One boys. You know, they're the proper men.
Are we allowed to say stuff like that?
Yes, don't worry about that. Truth always hurts. Come on, son.
We don't say stuff like that where I'm from. We say worse things, I'm joking. No, I must admit, I was just saying that the first part of the Bristol F1 for me was I went out for practice. I could hardly get anything because I'm such a big guy and Paul Hines is quite a small fella. But I got in and a few people were practicing. And I'm sure someone hit me at 1,000 miles an hour, right? Yes. And it was one of the lady drivers. She basically was, I didn't know, she was just pushing me out the way. And literally, she must have hit me planting me back this hard, like literally pushed me out the way. I thought that she'd driven through me. Yes. And one of the lads was like, oh man, that's nothing. Because I thought I was going to go through the stand when she hit me. Yes, but I've got to say, the respect that I had watching up in Norfolk at Adrian Flux Arena was a lot different when I drove it. The respect now is huge. I was on short over it. That was scary. That was the most scared I think I've ever been in a car. I'll be dead honest.
All the owners are the same. You know, basically you've got a fence next to you, not like you puss, where you've got a load of run-offs and, you know, doctors everywhere, helicopters and birds with stinky clothes on. We've got mechanics, filthy dirty with big tough boots on. We've got some V8 people here now. This young lady here, I've just done a programme for her. I'm covering her on the back there because I felt that she had a bra on, it was sticking out, but there you go. My luck might change one day. Sorry, Paul, sorry about that. See what I say? They're all puffs, aren't they? Let's be honest, we're the proper ones. Right, madam, tell me about these two-seaters you've got for ladies.
For ladies, not just for ladies, Barry. They're not just for ladies, I must stress that. We're here with Neil Critton. Neil and Kay have brought their two-seater car onto our BSCDA stand very kindly, and we wanted it on our stand so people can see that it's an excellent way into Formula One. You know, not everyone can afford to have a go, but you've just sat in that car, isn't it fantastic?
Oh, that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to start it up, I don't want to go near it. These are brave people, I keep taking the mickey out of it. You know, basically I would not sit in one of those cars with your lunatic drivers.
Well, that's the opportunity Neil and Kay are giving people. So, the ladies' race in particular, we're having a ladies' day at Skegness Raceway. It's been so popular, Neil's having to do 2 days. And as Paul just mentioned, Phoebe, one of our drivers, you've met Phoebe, yes, yeah. And Jacqueline Ellis are going to be present, and they are driving the
lower than the cars on the day as a passenger to see exactly how quick and how hard to do hits. Because obviously when the girls are driving and the like Phoebe and Jacqueline are tuition, it's going to be a different thing altogether. But when they swap seats at the end and they're going, you've been out yourself with them, then you know who can get. If it's only women on the day, the girls driving, and just my idea for a ladies' day, Mother's Day presents, and just getting the girls into the sport. And I can't think of two better ambassadors really than Phoebe and Jacqueline, because they're both very, very good drivers.
Let's be honest, it's like you said, Paul, when they just touch you going down the straight just to move out of the way, it's honestly like sitting in a belfry and you think, Jesus Christ, what's happening here? You built these cars though, didn't you?
No, Frankie Raymond built them.
Frankie, sorry.
I looked after them for the last 21 years.
21 years it's been going.
Yes.
Sack your PRP, because I've only just heard about it.
That's me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, I'm getting it wrong. Why are you waving, darling? It's you. Oh, I thought you fancied me or something. Oh, I struck here. Oh, is that the wife?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. He's a big mother as well, isn't he? Right, what are we doing next? Paul, please.
Right, okay, I think we're going to chat some more. If you just pass that mic over so nobody gets arrested. Thank you, as we say, more from Jim Davidson in about half an hour. Thank you very much, Barry. Right, thank you very much to our F1s. Thank you very much to all our panellists joining us here. Coming up next.
So we're here with Mark Paul, 276, who's very kindly brought his car for us to display at Motorsport with Attitude. Mark, we're standing next to it, looks mega. I'm going to say, when did you start doing it and when did you finish? Okay.
Come back from Weymouth Headquarters probably 4 years ago.
So it's been a steady project.
Yeah.
Yeah? And when did we finish it? Was it like 5 o'clock Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Still not finished now.
Okay. So it's looking good. It's looking really good. What's left to go before you're ready for the season?
Unfortunately, the engine's got to come out. We've got a problem with the oil drive.
Right.
So.
Okay. So out, strip, in.
Yeah.
Are we going to be ready for the start?
Yes, we'll be ready, yeah.
Okay. And 2023 aspirations?
Just do as many shale meters as I can, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, my son Dan's doing V8, so concentrate a lot more on him.
Yeah. He's doing well, isn't he?
He's doing really well, yeah. He's up to red top, so.
Pressure.
We've got another car and 2 new engines for next year, so this year rather. So.
Serious stuff. Is there a bit of rivalry? Red top, you know, it's dropping hints.
No,
no?
just give me a bit of stick, but
yeah, well, part and parcel.
Answer in the garage, yeah.
Yeah, super. Okay, so Kings Lynn, all the usual shale tracks. Are we going to see on tarmac?
Doubt it.
Okay. Shale World Final though. That's got to be an aim to get in Northampton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try, yeah.
Brilliant. Fingers crossed. Good luck for the year.
Thank you.
Right, I'm here now with Richard Masterson, 103. Richard, you're here mainly with Mark, is that the plan?
Yeah. Mark sponsors us. We keep our stock car at Mark's company, JMP Windows. Met Mark through racing whilst racing a Formula One, and he helps me out, lets me keep everything there. Then in return, we go racing with Mark and his son Dan. So we all muck in together, yeah. So we've had a bit of a part to play in this, yeah.
Okay, teamwork. And it's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've just spoke to Mark and he said it's took a little while. Is Mark a bit steady?
Steady? It's in reverse. Yeah, but he's very busy with his own business, and like everyone who is self-employed, they have to look after themselves,
it's
don't
hard,
they?
Isn't it?
And then with his lad racing as well, and people, yourself, you know how long it takes to get one of these ready.
Yeah, when you've got more than one car and a small team, you know, that's not being disrespectful, it's a smaller team.
Of course it is, yeah.
It's hard work, so no, I'm just pleased because it's been spoke about a lot. But no, I'm pleased to see it, And thank you for bringing it on Friday.
Not a problem.
Racing for yourself, are we going to see you out this year?
Yeah, we'll do a damnedest, a few things in his private life, and we're all sorted now, so we're coming back, and all being well. My little boy now, he's grown up, he wants to get involved now, Finley.
Yes.
So we'll do his damnedest to get out this year.
Yeah, he'll be on the spanners.
Oh, he will, yeah. He's chief mechanic for me, chief mechanic for Mark, for Dan. You're Heidi.
Yeah,
he's chief mechanic for Heidi and Darren as well. So yeah,
crew chief for Heidi.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So he's pushing us for race again. So he wants his daddy out. So
brilliant.
we'll have to do that.
Okay, so that's going to be sort of mid-late season. Before that though, we've got something a little bit special. You're up to something around March time?
Yeah, if people would like a ticket, the greatest show for Out Fence Cancer. A few people taking the kit off, a few small blocks, a few big blocks, and a bit of entertainment. So what more can anyone want for £50?
It is a bargain at £50. But there's only a few left. So if you want to see Richard, not just take his kit off, but also you are opening the show. I think I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? If I'm not, I may.
No, okay, then we'll tell you. If I'm opening the show, yeah.
Yeah. So come on, people, dig deep. £50. Let's sell some more tickets. Okay. Thanks, Richard. So I'm here with Lewis Gaylor, 78. Lewis, brilliant last year, wasn't it? For first full season, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, loved every minute. Massive learning curve for me. Firstly, massive thanks to Frank and all the guys who have given me a great car. But super excited to get this year underway.
So last year you hired off Frank.
Yep.
Rumour mill, you may have purchased a car, is that right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Should be coming out soon. So I'm going to push that as much as we can to get it out. But yeah, brought our own shell car for this year coming up.
Brilliant. Is Frank going to be looking after it, or are you doing the whole thing?
I think for the start, Frank will be helping out a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're starting from nothing, so you know we've got to build up and get all the tools and lorry, etc.
Spares package and all that.
Exactly. And these things take time. You know, our goal was to get the main part, the car and the engine, everything sorted. And you know, Frank's going to help us out. So yeah, it takes time.
Yeah, utilise him.
Exactly.
So, will you be out for Kings Lynn? First meeting 18th of March?
I want to say yes.
Yeah. It is your local.
Seat fit is going to be next weekend.
Okay.
So I think the car's moving along quite well. Frank's got it ready. It's just everything else needs to just fall into place, and we'll be fine. You know, we'd like to get out in the car, possibly do a bit of testing before the season starts, but if we have to go in the first round without being in it, you know, that's what we have to do.
Yeah. Well, you're not going in as a complete novice, are you?
No.
You've got a bit of track time under your belt.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So looking ahead to this year, aspirations, do you set goals or do you just take one meeting at a time?
Always set goals, you know, not out there to make the numbers up. You know, we're out there to go out and win like everyone else. I think expectation-wise, we can't expect a lot. You know, last year was a massive learning curve, and we've just got to build on that. And I think if we build on that, you know, we'll be doing well. It's going to be interesting now. We've got our own car, be a bit more comfy, and you know, it's
different.
our own.
You get a better feel for it, don't you? And things aren't changing in between. So,
exactly. You know, also getting used to the contact and things like that. You know, never done it before, so I think if we build off last year.
Well, it was a great start, so if you can build on that, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, and hopefully pick up a few more wins and podiums, and just take it as it comes.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, the very best of luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, so show's nearly over. We've got about half an hour left, and I'm joined with Nigel Harrhy, 45. How are you, Nigel?
Good, thank you. Coming into my 13th year. Can't believe it's 13 years.
How has that gone?
I know, it's amazing. It's all gears and tears. That's what got me going, you know, gears and tears. Yeah. Saw it on TV, I thought I've always wanted to go. I was 45-year-old at the time, which is a coincidence, that's my number now, it's a coincidence. But I rode 45 as a schoolboy motocross. So I asked the current secretary then, was Barry, I asked me if I could have number 9 or 33 or 45. He said, eventually he said I could have 45.
Yeah,
so.
you were pushing it with 33, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about stock cars. And number 9's not been used until you've just given number 9 out last year, haven't you? I know.
Yeah, and the horse is out.
I know. So I've got used to being 45 now.
Right,
so
okay.
enjoy it now.
And 13 years. So, all right then, best bit of 13 years.
Making the World Final.
Yeah.
It's got to be. And at Coventry, of course. I was born in Brandon. My dad rode at Brandon. I rode Speedway there once or twice, and it's been my life, Brandon. So to make a World Final was fantastic, and especially at Brandon. Brilliant.
Special
memories forever. And I made this red as well for half a season. So it's been really good. I've loved it.
Okay, so that's happened. 2023. Looking ahead.
Yeah, it's just a Shale. Jake will do both.
Yeah, you're just Shale.
To put my car on the back of the trailer, back of the coach, costs nothing to take a second car. It's expensive to take one car, it costs nothing to take the second car. So my enjoyment and my future is with Jake. But I'll just drop my car and go and enjoy it.
Have a bit of fun.
That's the fun, that's the idea.
We're sat on Jake's car, it looks stunning, doesn't it? He must have put some hours in.
It's good. This is the old Andy Smith car that I raced. This was my car. And then because Jake's so tall, we had the roof raised. and we had the floors lowered, so it's comfortable for Jake.
Yeah.
And it's a good car. It's a great car.
I spoke to him earlier. He's dead keen. He's
Yeah.
up for it.
Yeah,
We're going for red paint this year. I might even buy him the red paint if he goes there.
Let's hope. Let's keep trying.
So we are. Someone told me today it's 6 weeks until the first
I
meeting.
know. Well, both Jake's cars are ready, but mine isn't. So mine's got the engine out, and the engine plate was all bent and twisted, so we cut it all out and got to replace it. So that's what we're doing on mine now.
Yeah.
So I'll get on with it now. I was on holiday last week, so now I'm back at work. I'll make a
Crack
start.
on with it.
Yeah.
And you'll be doing your vlogs, keeping everyone up to date.
Yeah, I enjoy doing the vlogs. I started doing a blog. Well, before I started racing, I did a blog about how I'm going to start racing, and then when I started racing, people said, "Oh, you got to do a blog," and how did you get on all that? And it's just continued from there. So I didn't intend to do it, but I'd get lynched if I didn't do a blog now. Which is now turned into a vlog, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And I get 7,000-8,000 views some weeks, so it's really popular. It's really popular.
Yeah, really good. Well, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
In between, just very quickly, before we start, we've got something special coming up.
We have at the club, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're all arriving at your venue, 11th of March.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
It's brilliant, brilliant. I'm glad you're all coming. I'm glad it's come to my place, but we haven't got accommodation, of course. But we've got a nice big restaurant overlooking the lake, and it's going to be a great venue for it, and it'll be a good night.
Well, your hospitality is just incredible.
Good.
So from
Most
Left
welcome.
Fence side, with that hat on, thank you very much. And we're
Most
looking
welcome.
forward to it. Okay, Nigel, have a good season.
You too. Thanks, Sophie. Vlog every week, but I have the honour of interviewing you for the BSCDA, because Sophie's asked me to interview you. And my car's here, which is your old car. So that's why we invited you over.
This is your new job then, is it? The official BSCDA interview.
I've talked too much, I think.
You're right though, it's a very appropriate place to have an interview, isn't it?
I know.
On this car.
With it being your old car. I bought this car 10 years ago now. It's been 10 years, you know. I've been racing 13 years.
It is, yeah.
You had this car for a couple of years. Did you? You had 2 years?
I did. This is the last tarmac car that I built, actually.
When I bought it off you, it got a gold roof on it.
I remember you coming up to my garage and buying it one Sunday.
I know.
Bloody hell, it seems
Well,
like
also,
10 years ago.
10 years ago, I know.
Bloody hell.
Also, this is the famous step chassis car.
You were sat on the wrong side, really.
I know. But you told me why it got a step chassis, because that's what question everyone asked. Why had it got a step in it?
I know.
Why?
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? Do we have to go through all that again? They do it monthly on the internet, don't they? And they're all experts.
I know.
So they already know don't they?
There you go. But it looks nice, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But what we did, we lifted the roof. We lifted the roof for Jake, because Jake's so tall, and we've lowered the floors for him.
All right.
And so he can get in it and race it, you know. But it's going good, isn't it? It's going good. He loves it. He won 2 races last year on tarmac, and he never won a race on tarmac in a minute. He never won a race on in V8 either. So last year he won his first 2 tarmac races in this car.
Oh, good on him. Good on him. No, he's trying. You're both trying. You both keep going, don't you?
Yeah. And you two, you got a new car here.
Yeah, we have. We've got just over there. We've got a little Formula 2 car, brand new,
Looks
for
beautiful.
Jessica.
Looks beautiful.
We've actually got 2 new cars. We've got a shale car, which is hopefully, all being well, Jessica will get to drive that just on an arrive and drive basis. Our good friend and sponsor, Mr. Calzone from Simonites, put a lot into my girls' racing.
And Rebecca, she got a car here?
Rebecca's not got a car here, but she's got Jessica's last year's car.
Okay.
Which is a very good chassis. We've stripped it all down, revamped it.
Good.
So they've got a lovely bits of kit to go this year. So.
Good.
You know, it's like with the kids. You want to give them the best you can, don't you? Now you'll be at the same boat.
I'm enjoying it as much watching Jake as
well, yeah.
racing himself.
I see you've had a full year really, and you've not done a lot of racing yourself.
I spent the same amount of money last year.
Yeah.
We had engine problems last year, but we're organised for this year.
Yeah, listen, you just keep coming back for more and keep trying.
Keep enjoying it, don't
That's all you can do in this job, isn't it? This job will kick you in the nuts more than it'll pat you on the back. That's how I always looked at it.
Been around 13 years already, you know. So I saw you on Gears and Tears 13 years ago. That's how I got involved.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Still here, still going, eh?
Nice to see you, Andy.
So what's the crack here then? Is this, have you got here, Chris Lloyd's new car?
Chris's car, Matt Paul's car, and the 2-seater car, and obviously my car. Or Jake's car, rather.
You've got to do these things, haven't you, really, just to try and get your name out to
supporting the sport, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we're here. That's why we're here the cars. And it's a great show.
Yeah. Spot on.
Thank you, Andy.
All right.
I'll see you.